the needs of a consumer and an enterprise are very different. And well, even you would agree with me that there are not many mobile phones and tablets that are made for enterprises. Well, Samsung has heard you, and here we have the brand new Samsung tablet, the Galaxy Tab Active, that's made specifically for enterprises, specifically for you people who have to work in harsh conditions, who have to work in conditions where you need a device that can withstand all the demanding natural conditions that you face day in and day out, unlike any consumers. So that's our brand new Samsung Galaxy Tab Active. So we have the LTE model here in India. You also get the Wi-Fi model in some markets, but in India, you have the higher of the two models, the LTE model. The model number is SMT365. So it's available for about 51,000, that's the SRP, and it's available immediately on order. So let's start with unboxing the device here. So it's pretty compact box, and you have the same outline, the same design, and you would find on the flagship Galaxy devices. Of course, it's a Galaxy Tab. So I'm just gonna go cut this part here and take the tablet out. So on top, you have the beautiful and already rugged looking Galaxy Tab Active out there. And once you go further in, you'll find the rugged cover or case, whatever you call it. And then you have your USB 2.0 cable. You have your 2 ampere output wall charger, the manuals where you'll have your warranty information and quick start guide, and then the massive 4450 mAh battery. Now note that this could just be the only, or at least the first tablet in the market that has a removable battery. So you can open the back flap here, you can place the battery, so that if your enterprise needs round the clock working with this tablet, you can always carry extra battery so that your tablet never dies down. So there you see, that's the Galaxy Tab Active, and it's already look very, very rugged. It also comes with a cover. Now this has got many certifications, including the IP67 certification, which says that this is totally dust proof, and it also is waterproof for up to 1 meter of water for about a maximum of 30 minutes, that IP67. It's also military standard 810. Now where it had 9 tests in which that certification was done for this particular tablet. And we'll give you a detail of all this test, and we'll do a drop test and all those things when this device comes to a live full review in a separate video. But for now, it looks quite rugged. You also have this sides that kind of give that extra protection. Of course, it comes with this additional cover. It's also shock resistance, meaning you can drop it without the cover from up to 1 meter, and with the cover on, you can drop it from up to a maximum of 1.2 meter. Now that 1.2 meter comes from the fact that you generally are expected, or generally expect to drop your device unintentionally from a height where you'd be walking on the tablet, about this height, which is roughly about 1.2 meter. We don't expect you, or Samsung does not expect you to drop this device or play with this device or drop this device from a very great height. So that's a practical situation that you could be facing if you're working with this tablet in a harsh environment, and that's why these certifications are. It's about 9.7 mm, so definitely it's not the thinnest device in the market, but that's how the rugged devices are. It's still a lot thinner than someone like the Panasonic ToughPad, which is like a brick. But you would find it still a lot thinner than someone like the Panasonic ToughPad, which is kind of a brick. And also this one weighs 393 grams to be exact, and which is of course not as featherweight as something like the Galaxy Tab S 8.0, but the Tab S 8.0 is geared towards entertainment, so it does not need to be that rugged. This baby needs to be rugged. It has added elements around here, it has added muscle to it so that it can withstand the pressure and fall and other environmental abuses. To add those things, of course, that will add to the weight of the already present inner housing and other basic functions or basic features of the tablet. The Galaxy Tab Active has an 8-inch screen with 800 by 1280 pixels of resolution. This bad boy is protected by Gorilla Glass 2, so you have that added protection on the display there. On top of the display, you have the 2.1 MP fixed focus front camera, then the earpiece notification LED lights and sensors and stuff. Below you have the 3 signature Samsung hotkeys. See the recent, the home and the back buttons, but they all are hard keys and they're not the soft keys like the recent and the back buttons in most cases generally are soft keys. Now that's a very clever thought, and it could be because that if you're a worker in those enterprises that this tablet is aimed at, you could be wearing gloves all the time, you could be having paint in your hand and other things where there could be every possible of the soft keys not responding to your input. So it's very important for someone to give hard keys, because hard keys definitely will give you the transaction. And that's the side. You have the pogo pins for charging. You have the micro USB 2.0 port there, the 3.5mm jack, and you also have a mic, a noise cancelling mic. Here you have the volume rocker, the power button, and on top, well, there's pretty much nothing. On the back side, you have the 3.15 MP camera accompanied by an LED flash, and this back can be removed, and this is actually a very tough back. You can see it's plastic, and then we can insert the 4450 mAh battery, of course. You also have space for your micro SD card on the top, and below that you have space for your SIM card for all LTE connections. So that's about how you insert the battery and stuff. This is very rugged, and you need some effort to put all the nodes into place so that the device is secured now. And then you can wear it, the rugged cover here. There you go. So there you see, that's our Galaxy Tab Active with all its bells and whistles, and it really looks menacing. And you also have the C Pen here. And that was a quick overview of the Galaxy Tab Active. You can order it immediately for 51,000, and this baby definitely looks rugged enough to withstand all the pressure and harsh environmental conditions that you might have to go through as part of your occupation day in and day out. So we're going to give you more insight on this tablet. We're going to do some benchmark testings, and we'll see the conditions and the performance of this device under harsher conditions than this, and we'll let you know how this device actually performs in real life. Till then, that's the quick overview. Thank you.